Today we're going to take 3 boneless turkey breasts and we're going to cook each of them a different way. We're going to use the pressure cooker, my Instant Pot. We're going to use a roasting pan in the oven, and we're going to use a crock pot. And at the end of the video, you're going to see the results of all 3, and you're going to get to decide which method you would like to use. Let me know in the comments below when you see the results at the end of the video. I'm glad you're here. I'm Miss Katie. This is Heritage Ways, where I teach and encourage diligent homemakers, and I bet you are a diligent homemaker. A diligent homemaker does the best she can, or he, with what she has, her resources, her time, her energy, her money, her surroundings, and that's what we're doing today. We are going to cook a 3-pound boneless turkey breast from Walmart. This is November 2025. This week we are exploring the options that Walmart offers to us for an affordable Thanksgiving meal. All right, we have the 3-pound Butterball boneless turkey breast roast. Now, just a few comments about this product. This is the one that Walmart suggests that we purchase if we are looking to get the products on their Mindful Thanksgiving Swaps list this year, November 2025. This is supposed to feed 2 to 6 people, depending on, the 2 people would be having leftovers. This product costs $12.97 at my Walmart this last week. It's not the healthiest option you can buy, but it is affordable, and as diligent homemakers, we do the best we can with our resources. And if this is what we can afford, then that's absolutely fine. There's grace, and we just do the best we can, because a lot of times, every time, it's much better to get what you can and be satisfied and content with that in your spirit, rather than just not giving yourself grace and stressing over your meal, because stress can cause a lot of problems as well. It does have this gravy pack, which I'm actually not going to use, but if you want to use that, that's up to you. This roast is not the size of the package, you see. Right, as I said, we're going to prep each one the same and see the results at the end. So I have each of these 3-pound breasts. I am patting them dry. Now, you are welcome to use paper towels, but we are trying to talk about an affordable Thanksgiving this year, and I typically try to use clean cloths when I'm doing this job anyway, but this way we don't have to purchase paper towels or use them. Saves that money. You're welcome to use paper towels. I just pulled out some clean cloths, and when I'm done with this job, I will put them in the basket where I keep dirty kitchen towels ready for the washing machine. We're patting them dry so that your aromatics, the spices and seasonings, will stick to it. At the end, we'll talk about how to remove this netting, but this is just keeping it together. Now, I'm going to wash my hands because I want to have clean hands when I'm touching all of my spices, my bottles, and so forth, because I don't like the cross-contamination. You don't want to touch raw protein and then your other things in your kitchen. The one idea, too, is to keep one hand clean while you're working with the other one. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, on each one of these, you have several options you can do. You can have a softened butter mixed with herbs of your choice, but I'm actually going to use this avocado oil. I actually got this at Aldi, and I'm going to drizzle each one of these turkey breasts with the oil. And I'm going to do the same on both sides of what I'm doing right now. I'm going to sprinkle salt. This is Redmond real salt. This is what I use for every salt need in my kitchen, whether I'm fermenting food or canning food or baking, cooking, putting it in my water for minerals. Redmond real salt. And then I'm just going to use rosemary and garlic today. You're welcome to use whatever blend of herbs or spices you'd like. Tarragon is a good herb for poultry. Now, here's the thing. You could also make a paste, like I said, with softened butter and your herbs and your garlic and salt. You could make a paste instead of using the avocado oil and putting these on one at a time. I'm going to pat that in with my working hand here. And you did see me rub the spices between my hands. That was to release the flavor and the essential oils of the rosemary. And then I don't have any garlic powder. I'm out. So I'm going to just use this garlic, minced garlic, but I'd probably use garlic powder if I had it. I don't buy garlic salt because it's got the salt in it that I don't want to use. So I just use garlic powder and my salt if I need a garlic salt. I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to do the same on the other side of each one of these. All right, the first thing we're going to do is put the one in the oven. I do have the big roasting pan that you see here in the middle of these three devices or pieces of equipment, but I feel like that's a little bit overkill to use that. So I'm going to use this casserole dish. So just anything that's deep and has a lid, but if it doesn't have a lid, you can just use aluminum foil. So I'm going to put one of these turkey breasts in here, and I'm going to make sure the long ends are kind of tucked under, and that's going to provide more even cooking time. And then I'm going to put a half a cup of chicken broth. Actually, I'm sorry, I'm going to put a fourth a cup. Yeah, fourth a cup of chicken broth. It's going to produce its own liquid as well. Okay, and I'm going to put the lid on, or you can use foil. I'm going to put it in the oven at 325 until the temperature, the turkey, when it's tested, registers 165 degrees Fahrenheit. I will measure it in the thickest part. I won't measure it in a thinner part down here on the ends. And it's going to take roughly an hour for 3 pounds. Okay, I put my timer on for 50 minutes for the oven roasted turkey breast, and we're going to see how that turns out. We'll check it after the 50 minutes, and we will cook it a few more minutes if we need to. Our next method is the crock pot. This is a 6-quart. I own 2 6-quart crock pots. I don't own a smaller one, so this is what we're going to use, but this will be perfect. So again, we're going to put our second turkey breast in here. We're going to make sure that the thinner parts are kind of tucked under a little bit, as much as we can. We're going to put, again, a fourth a cup of just chicken broth. You can use homemade or store-bought, and that's it. We're going to plug it up, and we're going to cook it on low for anywhere from 5.5 to 6 hours. And we're going to test it after the 5 hours, actually, to see where we are, and keep cooking from there if we need to. I'm going to put this turkey breast in here, kind of make sure those ends are folded, just like that. And I'm going to pour 1 cup of broth over this. Here's the one from the oven. I tested this 3 different occasions, 3 different times in the cooking, and it took an hour and 15 minutes to get to 165 in the thickest part of the meat. And it did make more, produce more liquid, more broth. This is the Instant Pot, and I actually cooked this for 25 minutes and then instant depressurizing, and it also temped properly, 165 in the thickest part of the meat. Here's the Crock Pot version. I had it on my notes to check it after 5 hours, but I ended up checking it early. After 4 hours and 45 minutes, I checked it, and it was at 190 degrees. That tells me it could have been ready at 3.5 or 4 hours, and that's not bad. I want to tell you the thermometer that I use for everything is called the ThermoPen 1, and it's by ThermoWorks. I can put a link in the description box, but you just stick it in, and there it is, 187. It was 190 when I turned off the crock pot. All right, we're going to take a look at all three methods, the results of all three methods. Now my crock pot is going to be the hottest because it just now finished, but here is my oven roasted right here on the left, or your left. Now I'm not going to throw away the pan juices or the broth. I'll use that for soup or gravy or something else. And then we've got our Instant Pot version. I want you to tell me in the comments which method you think you're going to use. And then we have our Crock Pot version. They all look the same. None of them are really browned on top. Maybe, well, I would say the oven roasted one is the most brown, but it's not even really brown either. I expect this to be quite tender. Now when we let's cut off the netting and let's see what we have from there. The disadvantage of using the netting, you're going to lose some of your spices, but the essences of the spices are going to be in the meat. You could also, if you wanted to, use like a injection, but these are already injected with I think a bronze solution. Another thing that is interesting about these particular turkey breast is the package said you could go from frozen to cooked. So I just want to point out that these were thawed when I cooked them. All right, there's our Instant Pot turkey breast. Now you definitely want to cut this off before you take it to the table. And the reason for leaving it on when you're cooking is just to keep it all intact, so you don't have it falling apart while it's cooking. You don't have a lot of browning from this, but if you really wanted to, you could put these under the broiler for a couple of minutes. I think they're fine the way they are. I'm gonna slice it up and taste it. While I'm doing that, I wanna tell you that I have a lot of videos here on YouTube that'll suit your Thanksgiving. I've got mashed potatoes, I've got green beans, I've got roast turkey, I've got southern dressing. I have almost 900 videos, and they're just down home cooking, family favorites, and I think you're going to really like them. So check those out as well. I really don't think there's any point in my tasting all three of these, but I've cut those for you to look at. So there we have it. There's our 3 ways to cook turkey breasts. So let's taste a bite. Very good. 3 different ways. I hope one of them will suit you. I hope you'll count your blessings, because to me, being able to cook from scratch comfort food for myself and my family is a huge blessing. So let me know in the comments what you think about this and which method you'll use, and I'll talk to you soon.